everyone. So I filmed some little snippets of my husband and I's anniversary trip to Cabo. Here we are at the LAX. We transferred there from Chicago O'Hare, and we of course got one of our favorites, Panda, for lunch, and we flew American Airlines, and here we are landed at the Cabo airport. As soon as we got out to the airport, there was already a bar ready to go. We had everything set up with a shuttle service with Amstar there who picked us up. He was wonderful. Here is the outside of our Secrets Resort and a little tour of our room. We had a beautiful view of the ocean. We had a garden view suite, which is their cheapest room, and we thought the view could not get any better. So truthfully, if you can't afford to upgrade, just go with that. You will not be disappointed. The shower had a rainfall shower head at the top and then a regular shower head as well. It came fully stocked with shampoo and conditioner and body wash. There was 2 sinks, one larger and one smaller on either side, a separate room for the toilets, a jacuzzi jet bathtub. It had a little stool to sit down, a magnifying mirror with a light, a scale to weigh yourself. On the other side of that door was a full-length mirror. And then this is the little entryway into the room. That was the iPad that you used for all of your room service if you wanted to order any food or needed any questions or anything. There was also a phone in there. We had a beautiful view of this stunning cross in the distance, this very large cross. We think it was made out of wood that we passed by on our drive there. I got photos of it, which I will try to share at the end. Beautiful. There was also a swim out pool below our room that you could pay extra to get one of those rooms, but I don't really suggest it. We didn't really see a lot of people utilizing it. It's very pretty to look at, but honestly, I would much rather be higher up and have that really great view. There was, of course, a little couch. There is a peekaboo window that comes with the shower. This is definitely I would say the type of room that would be perfect for an anniversary, for a honeymoon. It's very romantic. This is an adults only resort, so there are no children here. That was a little secret door for room service. And then here I'm going to show up close of the toiletries that they provided. They gave sunscreen, body lotion, and I forget what the last thing was. I think I'm going to lay it out here. Oh, and hand sanitizer, of course. So that was really great as well. We brought our own bottle of soap. So they do have this little round bar of soap, like a face bar, which you would see at most hotels. But I like to just bring my own pump hand soap. That way I know that we're ready to go. They also included a hair dryer. There's an up close of the scale. And here is an up close of the shower. And then, like I said, it's stocked with shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, so you don't need to bring any of those things. We had plenty for the week that we were there. A little seat in the shower. And I have to say really quick, they are phenomenal with their housekeeping. This room was so clean, you could literally eat off the floor. I've never stayed at a more clean place. And we've also never stayed anywhere where we had housekeeping services twice a day. The only day that we only had it once was on Sundays. But otherwise, they came in the morning, and it wasn't super early. They weren't waking us up or anything like that. It was just perfect timing every time. And they came again at night while we were away for dinner, which we thought was super nice and just going above and beyond. So in here is where you will find your safe, which was very easy to use. There's a laundry bag, couple of robes, some house slippers, plenty of more storage for your luggage, and as well as an iron and an ironing board. And there was a smaller floor length mirror inside of here as well. Some storage up top. Then there was also a coffee maker stocked with coffee and tea. We never used this. It did look really nice, but there is Cocoa Cafe, and we utilized that. There's also coffee at the breakfast buffet as well, so we didn't really feel a need to use this. There's also a mini fridge in here that comes stocked with sodas, waters. They keep you totally stocked up on waters. You don't need to worry about bringing any water bottles. You will have plenty. There's also a couple of their beers in here. And then our first night, we just ate at Oceana, which is the seafood restaurant. In the distance, that was a wedding going on. There was a wedding almost every single night, so it was so fun, and just a beautiful, stunning view for dinner late at night. The seafood was great. We had the salmon. We had a little friend that visited us. There was a family of kitties that lived at the resort, and we found out that the resort feeds them, and you were allowed to feed them, and they were just so precious. Beautiful water features everywhere. Stunning, stunning, stunning. The view from off of the lobby was very, very pretty. And when we arrived on a Wednesday, which we found out quickly was the best day to arrive. And there was nobody there in the lobby. It was so relaxing, so beautiful. The sun was about to set, and it just could not have been more perfect. Everyone that worked at the hotel was so unbelievably friendly. There's a little close-up of that cross. What you just saw in the scene before was at Rendezvous. They had a live band playing that night, and also they were doing casino night, and that was really fun. It's all themed with bird cages in there. This is another view from the next morning from our balcony. And then I did just a little tour of the grounds area. The landscaping there was so beautiful and so impressive. They took such good care of it. They were out there working on it to make it perfection every morning. And we just could not be more happy than we were staying at this resort. Again, everyone was so friendly, so professional, so hospitable. They just wanted you to be so happy, and they just loved taking care of you, and it was wonderful staying there. If you love flowers and all kinds of landscaping and all kinds of different beautiful cacti, you will definitely love staying here. Like I said, so much landscaping. It was just stunning to just take the time to stop and literally smell the roses. So this was our second day, and of course we started off with pina coladas and hit up the pool. This was a very nice pool area, and of course there were these iguanas everywhere, and they were so sweet and friendly. Honestly, they really were. I thought they were very cute. He heard an airplane going above the sky, and he just was looking up, and it was just so adorable. Until he went to steal the people sitting next to us pineapple off their drink, and he succeeded. So I had to try to shoo him away so he didn't knock their drink into their things. But as you can see, he succeeded, like I said. This is the ocean at our resort. So we did have to walk down a little bit from the resort to get to this area. This is a non-swimmable beach. The current is way too dangerous, and you were not allowed to swim there at all. They had lifeguards on duty the whole time. But it was still really cool to go down there and see. They also had another bar down in this area as well. As you can see from this clip, the waves got really high, and truthfully, you cannot capture it on camera. You had to be there in person to see exactly how big and loud these currents were. This was an area with bags and putting green, and there was a volleyball court, just area to play games. We had a lunch this day by the pool, and it was very good. But I will say our favorite place for lunch the rest of the days was the Barefoot Grill. They had really good quesadillas and chicken wings and cheeseburgers and all kinds of stuff like that. Also, there was a little infinity pool off of the pool, and just a stunning, stunning view. This is the golf course that you see in the distance, and it was beautiful to see as the sun was setting. Also this night, they had a mariachi band playing. I'd never seen a mariachi band with violins, but it was so cool, and they were very talented. We absolutely loved it. This was a buffet place to eat. Then after the mariachi band, this group came on of guys and gals, and they were awesome. They did dancing numbers, and the girls had beautiful skirts, and when they twirled them around, it made lots of colors. This right here, they were blindfolded with swords, and it was just crazy talented. Then the girls were dancing with real glass candles on top of their heads. It was crazy talented, I'm telling you. Every room came with a complimentary bottle of wine, which was really nice. And when we came back this night, they had everything set up after their nighttime housekeeping. They had bottles of water on our bed. They put the slippers out, just those cute little extra touches that were just so sweet. And here's more of a view of the outside of our resort during the daytime. This was a nice, pretty little pathway that you could walk up. Then this was the canyons that we went to ride camels. So it was really cool. They did all kinds of things there, like ATVs, UTVs. We also got to meet these parrots that was part of the camel experience. It was so cool. A parrot ended up landing on top of my husband's head, and this parrot loved to dance. Also, you could go across this extremely high up, long little bridge. They also had UTVs and stuff going over. To me, it was too intense. It was creaking. I was making lots of noise. It was very high up, but my husband loves a good thrill, so he loved this. Then when we got back, we were surprised with a happy anniversary banner on our door, and they brought us another bottle of wine specifically for our anniversary. It was so sweet. And of course, I wore a white dress on our 5th wedding anniversary, and it was a beautiful night that night with the sunset, and I just could not have asked for a more perfect day to celebrate our 5 years together. We ate at the Mexican restaurant this night. It was very good. Then we also checked out the Rendezvous again that night, which, like I was saying, is the birdcage bar. Lots of pretty water features again, just stunning views. We checked out the ocean at night, which you cannot hear it in this video, but it was crazy, crazy loud. Even we could hear it way in the distance from our room in the middle of the night. Then we went to Desires, which is the nightclub there. It was very busy since they had a wedding that night, and it was really fun. This is the next morning, of course, that beautiful cross in the distance again. Cannot get enough of that ever. And we decided to do room service this morning, which was delicious. We got the pancakes, so good. This is the lobby, which was just stunning. Then we decided that we were going to feed the iguanas, and this large iguana loved getting the top of his head pet. He would close his eyes. It was so relaxing to him. It was so, so sweet. They really are such sweet creatures, and they want to feel loved and cared for just like we do, and we just loved it so much. We loved all the animals that we met. They had all the flags lined up at the front, more stunning views. Then my husband and I, we became quickly obsessed with pickleball. They had pickleball courts there, and it was so, so fun. I highly recommend trying pickleball if you haven't ever tried it. We ate at the Italian restaurant this night. They had a delicious pesto pasta something or other. I loved it. Then we had our little espresso martinis by the fire. And the next morning we went to an authentic Mexican Catholic church. Catholicism is very popular in Mexico. We are Catholic, and we thought it would be such a cool experience to go to an authentic church there, and it was amazing. They didn't have air conditioning. There was fans everywhere. They had the doors open, the windows open. It was so cool how the stained glass windows opened up. There was birds flying in. It was a really special experience, and it was just a beautiful church. You could tell how much they loved it. And this church was, I believe, founded in the 1700s, and then something about being built in the 1800s. I'm not completely sure the exact dates, but 1700s, 1800s is when sometime around there was when this church was founded. So a very old church. This is the downtown area for San Jose, which is where we were actually staying. So we weren't actually in Cabo. We were in San Jose, which is kind of far from everything. So if you really want to go to the popular places downtown and all the popular malls and stuff, you will be really far. And honestly, the taxi fees are very expensive. So we didn't do any of that. We just did our 2 excursions, which shuttled us there and back. It came with the price, and that's really all we did. We did take the taxi to church and then Uber back, and it ended up being just fine. It was a Sunday morning, and it was just to the San Jose area, so it wasn't nearly as expensive going to our downtown area. But anyway, so now getting into it, we are on our next excursion, which is the dinner cruise, and it was absolutely stunning. They provided us with unlimited drinks and a meal with tacos. As you can see, there was a lot of people dancing and partying. There was a DJ included with this tour. They played really fun music. It was very hype. We really wanted to go on it on Saturday, but they didn't have any available, so we did have to go on Sunday, and I will say it was kind of a strange vibe to get into on a Sunday night, but nonetheless, it was still fun, and for my husband and I, we were more so there just for the views and being more just romantic and having quality time with each other than doing all the dancey DJ stuff. But everyone seemed to have a great time. We passed a Royal Caribbean cruise. That was really cool to see up close. And as you can see, the sunset, and then it became nighttime by the time we got back to the docks. And then we had late night sushi at Himitsu because we weren't going to have any other night to try it out, and we wanted to make sure we had time for it, even though we were very full from the tacos on our dinner cruise. But it was nice to still experience this place. And then we saw our kitty friend again, of course, the next day. And here is more views of the resort by the golf courses. So this golf course was created by 2 of the most famous golf men. I don't know anything about golf, and I don't remember their names, and I feel awful. But my husband, he of course knows them because he loves golf. That's his thing. So we walked the golf courses and got to see the views there. That was really cool. We didn't have time to do the golf course this time, but we would love to go back to this resort, and that is definitely on our to-do list for next time. This is some views of the breakfast buffet every single morning. It was delicious, great service, and just so cute in there. You can make your own omelet. They had so many things. Of course, another view of the lizard, and then we got a spot over by the infinity pool area for our last full day there. Here is a funny clip of this iguana. I feel bad. I just called him a lizard, and I don't think that they're technically lizards. I don't know. But we got a clip of this iguana taking this purple flower right off the bush. So I was laughing, thinking that I did notice that some of the bushes just had like 1 or 2 flowers, and I wonder if they'd been taking them all. But then so for our last night, we went down to watch the ocean at sunset, and we got some really great footage of how wild the current truly is. Again, you cannot capture this on camera, you just have to see it in person, but it was so wild, and I can definitely see why it's very much dangerous. Then we had dinner at that same buffet place, but this night it was actually a different type of buffet. We liked it so much better, and they had these a cappella tenors singing, and they were really talented as well, so that was really fun for our last night there. They sang a lot of Elvis. It was great. One last little view of the entryway, and one last view from our balcony at nighttime. So pretty. You can see the city lights far in the distance, and it was just so nice staying at this resort. It felt very secluded. It felt very safe. It felt very quaint and just beautiful. We made friends almost every single night with people. Here's pictures. There's that cross that I was telling you about. Lots of landscaping pictures. Coco Cafe was beautiful. Loved all of the cacti. Very unique. Wild Canyon. Holding the birds. Kissing the camels. Riding the camels. Before church. On the dinner cruise. Beautiful view, seeing the famous arch in Cabo, and our last night there. So that was everything from our 5-year anniversary trip. We absolutely loved it. I highly, highly, highly recommend Secrets Resort, a spa and golf resort. They were phenomenal there. And I also have to say that the reason why we did the dinner cruise is because when we got there, the concierge, they helped us get a voucher. So we were able to talk with them. It was kind of like a timeshare thing. And unfortunately, it was not something that we could afford and not quite lined up with our travels. We're also parents. We just don't have a lot of time to travel a ton. But if you're someone that travels a ton and you have the funds to do it, it actually was really great. But in the long run, it got us that dinner cruise for $30 each, which was amazing. So happy that they offered that to us. And if you're thinking about going to Cabo, stay in San Jose and stay at Secrets Resort if you're just going without your kids. If you're going with kids, I'm not sure exactly where to recommend, but stay in San Jose. It was just perfect. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.